Thanks for joining me on the second episode of my kayak trip down the Salt River in Arizona. I hope you enjoy. Good news. Oh, I bet you know what that is. Found my glasses. Yeah, I just misplaced them. They're actually in my pocket of my vest. Well, back to work for the camp. I don't think I'll put the tarp up. Obviously, I don't need it for shade. This is a really nice shady area. And it might be fun to see what I can see of the sky through the mosquito netting on the tarp, or the hammock. So I think I'll go ahead and clear an area to cook, set up the kitchen, and then maybe throw out a line. Might be nice to catch some fish. You know how that goes though. You don't watch these videos to see me catching fish. This might be different. Well, as you can probably hear, I've got the water boiling. I'm just afraid to do a fire. It's so darn dry out here. Go with the dehydrated meal, and tomorrow, fish. Hopefully. I think I got a brat or something stashed in here too. But until then, we're going to do the beef stroganoff adventure meal with Mountain House. That makes sense. This is an adventure. I wanted to sit around the fire tonight, but as I said, I'm a little concerned with the dryness around here. Look at all this. And we have a little bit of a breeze too, enough that it could really cause trouble if something caught on fire. I might throw out a line and see if maybe we can catch something overnight. It's about 4:35 o'clock now, so we still got quite a bit of daylight till probably about 7. I think I'll walk up there. Looks like there might be a clearing, and just see what's on the other side of this brush. Everything's set up. You know, I was asked, what about the critters? You worried about any animals? And I'll say yes and no. I was watching a Brave Wilderness video last night on YouTube, and they ran into a giant desert centipede, which I've seen before. Matter of fact, here's a picture of one. I'm going to put it right there. And they probably won't kill you, but I guess it hurts like hell, so I don't want to get hurt. But speaking of hurt, I do have my emergency devices with me. I have my spot, and I've already sent out a message. And I'll show you, we've got quite a bit of cover up here, tree cover. But yet, it's still, message got out, and I received one, so I feel good about that. Anyway, back to the animals. Well, of course, there's snakes. It was almost 90 today, though it's really nice here in the shade. So the snakes are probably out, but they don't want any more to do with me than I want them, so they'll stay away. The other things you hear about in the desert are scorpions, and I've never seen one in all the 4 or 5 years I've been running around out here in the desert. I saw a river otter, but it was coming up here, and when I was paddling against that wind, it was tough. If I set down my my paddles, I would go back downstream, and I had to work to get up here. So I didn't get any pictures of them, but as I go back in a couple of days, maybe we'll see some. This afternoon, I heard some splashing. I looked across the river here, just on the other side of the river, and there were some of what they call wild horses. Well, they live out here by themselves, so I guess they're sort of wild, but the horse lovers do feed them, even though they're wild animals. And I've heard that people just release horses out here too. So whatever, they're fun to see. And I did see 4 or 5 of them across the river. It's nice and hot, as I said, out in the sun particularly. So there has been some traffic along the river, some kayakers and some people on the stand-up boards. But other than that, nothing going on. I don't know what we might find tonight. The only animals that might show up here might be horses, but I didn't see any sign of any horses around here. There is some scat over there, and I don't know what it is. It could very well be javelina. I know the javelina are out here. This hasn't been dug up too much like pigs do, so I don't know that they've been right in this particular campsite. I guess it's a campsite now anyway. I'm camping here. So javelina, river otters, horses, the various reptiles. I did see a guy out on a trail the other day. He claims he saw a wildcat, a bobcat. I don't know if he did or not. I went down the trail a little further and there was a black cat. It was a domestic cat type, but maybe he saw a bobcat. I have seen pictures of the bobcats in the superstitions, and that's not very far from here. So I'm right now on the Salt River, and my food is getting dehydrated or rehydrated, so it's probably getting ready to eat. So I will see how that goes, and I'll check in with you later, but not going to have a fire tonight. It's a little bit breezy, not bad, but I'm afraid of it with this cover. Time to eat. Well, it's beginning to get dark, at least in here, in camp. The sun's sort of shining off the water and off the sky. But it'll be going down pretty quick. Nice and quiet out here now. I think I'll go ahead and turn in for the night. Hope we can see some sky, or some stars, I mean. Well, good night. Well, all night I've been hearing the splash out here in the water. Sounded like someone throwing a big rock in. I know that's not the case. So I'm not sure what it is. Not really getting no way we're going to get a picture of it anyway. I just hope that it does it again while I'm doing this. I turn my headlight off. Well, we're not going to be able to hear a thing, I guess. But might as well get back to bed. Well, thanks for joining me on this episode. I appreciate it, and if you enjoyed what you saw and wanted to see more and wanted to be reminded of what's coming up, please subscribe, hit that bell, and maybe even give me a like. Meanwhile, keep hiking. That wraps up this video, but stay tuned and be sure to catch the next episode. Maybe we can figure out what those sounds were last night. Put your idea in the comment section below. See you later.